Write, paint, dance, and sing to spread the word.
Welcome to Northumberland Festival of the Arts and to our program Northumberland Art Lovers, a series that will run between now and the Festival of the Arts that will also run between September the 13th and the 22nd, 2024. Today, we have the pleasure of talking to the Mayor of Cobourg, Lucas Cleveland, and Cobourg is going to be the town in which a majority of the events will take place. So with that, welcome, Mayor Lucas.
Thank you so much for the invite today. Really appreciate the opportunity to come and speak to the art community as a whole. It's one I've become very familiar with these past 19 months as mayor. So anything I can do to help move sort of art in the area of Northumberland forward, I'm happy to partake in.
Great. So tell us, Mayor Lucas, how does art play a role in the economy of Cobourg and the economy of Northumberland County?
Well, to be honest, I think that's a multi-pronged question. I'm maybe just going to dive into one side of it. I think the reason we have the incredible community we have has to do with the history of art in our county. We've been known for decades as a art hive, as a art community. Port Hope, Cobourg, Warkworth, Campbellford, these are areas in Northumberland County are massive concentrations of local art communities. And so one of the things that happens with sort of trends, of course, is that like begets like. So as we've had sort of 50, 60, 70 years of art history that have filled our economies and filled our communities, that naturally pulls more and more artists into the area. So when we talk about the growth of Northumberland County over the last 20 to 30 years, when we talk about the incredible sort of resources available to the Northumberland County residents, that has to do with the fact that we have a group of individuals moving to Northumberland County for a variety of reasons. I think one of the major reasons that people move to Northumberland County is because of the culture, the community and the culture, and what feeds culture. Well, art does. And so there's one way to look at sort of the economic impact of how art, being such a vital component of Northumberland County, pulls more and more great, wonderful people into our community. So, and that'd be really hard to track. On the other side, if we want to look at sort of the economic impact, I think we have such incredible artists producing art in this community that we do have an opportunity to really leverage that for both an attraction of tourism as well as sort of becoming a center of art culture within Southern Ontario.
Very good. Very good. Now, given all that, what has been your involvement with the arts in general and arts in Northumberland County?
Well, I don't want to play up more than it is. The honest truth is I don't have a ton of involvement. And I think that's actually very intentional. Now, let me sort of take a step back. When I put my name in the hat to be the mayor of Cobourg, I did so because I wanted to address a lot of the issues we have in Cobourg. I saw Cobourg heading down a path I wasn't a big fan of, and I had seen over the last sort of 5 to 7 years, because I've only been in the community 7 years now, I had seen a drastic shift in the town of Cobourg in a direction I wasn't a big fan of. So when I put my name in the hat to be mayor, I had a very specific set of goals and set of issues that I wanted to address. As someone who comes from the corporate side, and has never sort of been in political life before, one of the things you learn about in corporations is that if you try and do everything, you get nothing accomplished. If you try and be everything to everyone, you're nothing to anyone. And so in business, one of the things you always want to do is focus. You really want to focus on your key priorities, the 20-80 rule. Focus on the 20%, let the 80% go, because you really only are going to get some of that 20% done. So in my role as mayor, I had to sort of, in my first 6 months, step back and go, okay, where are the issues that need the most attention? Where are the issues that really need to get worked on and fixed? I didn't see a need for the art community of Cobourg to get any help from me because they were in such an incredible place. when I saw the resources being put towards our art community, when I saw the dedication of our art volunteers, when I go up to the Northumberland Art Gallery for these events and they're sold out and they're packed to the rims, when I hear of the donation, when I hear of the community, when I go to the different art galleries, the ones held at the public library, the ones up in Warkworth, when I go and visit, because I really do, when I go to the theater, right? Like, we have such opportunities in Northumberland County and within Cobourg to experience art. And the honest truth is, before I was mayor, I didn't have the opportunity to experience that because I was busy building a business and being a young dad. Yeah. So this last 19 months as mayor has been a wonderful learning opportunity because I had to dive in and go, oh, what is our art community? What is going on here? What makes up the art community of Northumberland? And when I did, I was like, holy cow, we're in a great position here in Northumberland County and in Cobourg. And so I haven't really been that involved. I'm here. When individuals and groups want support, they've reached out and I show up to openings. I'm always happy to lend the office of the mayor to any good cause in the art community. But other than enjoying participating and sort of getting involved with art, that I now have the time to do a little bit more as the mayor, my involvement is very minimal because this community was doing incredible work in the art space long before I ever got elected. And I have a lot of faith that moving forward, this art community and sort of the art initiatives are going to be incredible because there is continually a big influx of people who come to Cobourg and who come to Northumberland County for the culture of this area.
So putting on your business hat and given the 19 months that you have been in the office, what unexplored or commercial opportunities do you see for artists and for the arts in the community?
Well, again, great question. I'm going to take a step back. Before we talk about any economic opportunity, before we talk about whenever you want someone to do something, what's the first thing you need to do? Well, you need to get their attention. And so when you say, what is the missed opportunity? I don't know enough about individual opportunities economically to speak. But what I can tell you is that as a resident of Cobourg, for 4.5, 5 years before I became mayor, I did not know about all the incredible art going on in this community. I wasn't aware of how many shows, of all the different opportunities, of the written art, of the visual art, of the creative vibe of this community. So what I would say is the biggest opportunity for all economic opportunities is to really focus on a branding, a marketing of the resources we have in our community. In 2024, the most valuable thing in the world is attention. I don't think people understand that. I won as an unelected, never run before person because of social media. The market and more, my business is successful because of social media attention. The Kardashians of the world don't get paid $4 and $5 million a post because attention isn't worthwhile. In fact, attention is the new currency. Money is secondary to attention in 2024. So when we start talking about what are the opportunities, where are the economic possibilities, I say there's economic possibilities across the Northumberland art scene. But what we need to do as a Northumberland art community is come together, pool the resources, and use those resources to really drive the branding of the art community in Northumberland. A classic example would be looking at Prince Edward County. So RT10, which is the regional tourism branch of Prince Edward County, 10 years ago, really started investing in a comprehensive branding opportunity. I mean, how many people can name more than one or two towns in Prince Edward County? Well, you can't. Why is that? Because they gave up on, say, marketing one or two, and instead they came together to market the county. Because what they realized is that if they can brand the county as an incredible place to go, every single member of that county was going to win. And that's what's happened. Now, how many people from Toronto drive to the county? And yet maybe you can name Picton, maybe, you know what I mean? Like you can name The same thing has to happen in Northumberland County. It's something I've been sort of screaming and yelling at Northumberland County comms, and they're really picking up that vibe. And something we're pushing at the Cobourg and Port Hope. Like, we need to market Cobourg and Port Hope together. Because if Port Hope's becoming a place, we're going to win. And if we're becoming a place, they're going to win. And so when you say, what is the economic opportunity? The economic opportunity is branding and is marketing. Because this could be such a hub of artists coming out of the major city settings of Toronto, Ottawa, and Montreal to here, if we brand ourselves as the incredible arts community that we are.
Yeah, no, and in fact, I'm glad you said that, because that's exactly what the Northumberland Festival of the Arts has been trying to do. Before you got into office 19 months ago, I mean, most of our events were fragmented ones. You know, you had the writers doing their thing, the poets doing their thing, the theater people doing their thing, and so on. And what we tried to do with the Northumberland Festival of the Arts is to bring them all under one umbrella, as you say, one branding, Northumberland Festival of the Arts, over a concentrated period of 2 weeks, and have multidisciplinary arts events, right? So you have the performing arts, you have the written arts and the visual arts and so on. And that was the intention. So I'm hoping that with your support, we can try to continue that branding image, that after a period of time, you know, we will be as synonymous as Prince Edward County or Stratford or Niagara.
I love that. And I'm excited. It's one of the reasons I'm taking this interview, and I'm willing to work with you guys. And I'm really excited about this, because it seems like this organization is understanding 2024 business models. They're understanding that there is limitless opportunity currently because the gatekeepers are gone. You don't need to have millions of dollars to get your radio ad or your TV ad that's going to be very sort of broad. Now, with social media targeted marketing, you can spend pennies on the dollar and ensure that the buy-in from your customer base is massive. The idea that, I mean, I don't want to get into marketing principles, but the idea that you buy a magazine ad based on the number of people that might flip past it, and that you value magazine ads at thousands of dollars for 10,000 impressions. Well, when was the last time you read an article in the newspaper and actually called the advertisement? I haven't in probably 10 years. Now this thing, I'm constantly on this thing, and you can't avoid the ads. And I'm not the only one. So you can literally delineate specific ads. So you can actually run an ad. So if you're the Northumberland Arts Society and you want to drive your brand, you can have 5 different commercials. Each commercial costs you nothing to make. It's just you on a video. And then each commercial could be highlighting a specific area. So you highlight the Northumberland Arts as an artist, as a writer, as a sculptor. And then those 5 ads you only have show up on fellow writers' phones. And then only sculpting ads show up on sculptors' phones. So you can actually target your ads to the people that want to see those ads and not waste your time, money, or limited resources on building that brand. And the opportunity, I love seeing this. I love the organization taking this opportunity, because reality is there's so much opportunity in the world today because the gatekeepers are gone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, because if you will stay tuned to some of our ads, and I'm sure we'll push some of them to you, you will see that exactly what we will be trying to do to target certain groups with the types of social messaging that applies to them, instead of trying to be all things to everybody. So this is good. This is good conversation. So on a final question, what other events would you like to see more of in the county that will help to build this brand, as you say?
I think there's something to be said. We have such a summer program. We have such a draw in the summertime. I've always been a fan of outdoor plays, actual theater productions in a park, the sort of random interactive theater displays. So for me, I would love to see some across, where, you know, a few shows in the park, free shows, because it introduces the art to people who maybe don't have the money or resources to attend official shows. I know in Edmonton, when I was there, that was a huge opportunity for people to interact with the arts, were the theater shows in the parks. I love that. I think the other thing that's a great opportunity is really taking a double branding approach. So what do I mean by that? We know that Cobourg is a destination for the beach. So we know 90% of the residents are down at the beach, like outsiders are coming to the beach. Why wouldn't we have an art display down there? Why wouldn't we have on the busy weekends some kind of art hive or an ability to walk through or whatever that, again, I'm not an artist. I would leave this up to an artist to come up with some brilliantly creative ideas. But on weekends to have a variety of different art projects that allow visitors to Cobourg who traditionally only come here for the beach to get cross-marketed to, because they're already coming out here for the beach. So why wouldn't we also say, hey, you guys like Cobourg for the beach, the next time you come out, why don't you check out this? There's also this, there's also this. This is what very commonly is done in businesses. It's the cross-marketing. If someone's already coming in for a bottle of milk, why wouldn't you cross-market them for some hot chocolate and some? So if we've already got people coming to Cobourg because they like the Cobourg beach, let's give more reasons to like Cobourg. Let's show them that there's other things to Cobourg than just the beach. And I think that's a great opportunity. I'd love to see that moving forward.
Very good. Well, thank you very much, Mayor Lucas. This has been great hearing your very candid ideas about how we can develop the arts and the tourism and the economy of this county. I want to thank you for taking your time to talk to us today. And I also want to thank our viewers for watching. Also, I hope you, Mayor Lucas, would be at some of our events in September.
Can't wait.
The festival runs from September the 13th to the 24th. And all details are on festivalofthearts.ca. Ticketing will start very soon. And there's, I think, something for everybody at this festival. And again, we will be targeting people, as you said, so that we're not trying to be all things to everybody, but there is something for everybody at this festival.
And that's really good to hear. And I just want to say thank you for having me here. I know because I have not been involved with this community for years and years and years, that there is a bit of a separation between maybe the Office of the Mayor and the arts. I want people to know that's not an intentional thing. I love the arts. I'm a drama nerd at heart, used to be in drama school. And so I'm a big fan of the arts. And I just want to say the reason I'm not as involved is because I have such confidence in people like yourself, in organizations like the one you're running, and in the history of the art in this community. We are so fortunate to live here and to have these resources. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to your viewers. And of course, I can't wait. I'll be there with bells on. Me and my son, my 7-year-old son, is a huge fan of the theater. So him and I will be at all the theater shows.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much. And goodbye, everybody.
We'll write, paint, dance, and sing to spread the word.
Sing it,
Shout it,
play it, dance it,
paint it,
say it,
choreographed or off the cuff. Orchestrated works of art, solo endeavors. We'll write, paint, dance, and sing to spread the word. We'll write, paint, dance, and sing to spread the word.